everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Antoinette from Simply a Chic. In this video I am sharing with you guys some trash to treasure DIY ideas that you could craft using some recycled materials like bottles, cans, jars, boxes, cardboard, or even fabric from old clothes. I hope you will find these ideas helpful and I hope you will subscribe and share this video. It helps my channel out, and let's get started. So as you can see, I will be using these recycled items that usually get thrown away to create some beautiful home decor items. So I am gonna go ahead, remove all the labels and clean them up. And for the first DIY, I will use this clementine's box. I love the size of it and how it has some clips on it. So I'm gonna paint it with this white chalk paint that I got from Home Depot. Feel free to use whatever color you have on hand or whatever color you like. And once it's dry, I will use this acrylic brunette color from dollar store, and I'm gonna use the dry brush method to give it that distressing look. Then I glue some floral foams inside the box like this. Then I use some of these hydrangeas that I had around the house. Again, you could use any greenery or picks or flowers that you have around the house. And I'm gonna go ahead, play around, arrange them on this box until I like it. Also, I wanted to add this blessing sign that was from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna glue it here on this side. And I think this arrangement came out super cute. You can place it in any space of your home and you can leave it all year long. Next project is really simple. I am using this eggs container. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the back of it with this same white chalk paint. But as soon as I start painting, I noticed it would have been better to just spray paint it, but we learn as we go. Once it's dry, you can use it as an organizer for your nail polishes or your accessories. Next DIY, I saved these paper towel and paper toilet rolls. I am gonna go ahead and press on them like this, and I will cut them roughly about 1/4 inch. And when I am done cutting them, I will take them outside in the garage to spray paint them with this Rust-Oleum black spray paint. I wish I spray painted the rolls before cutting them. It would have been easier to cover well the entire roll. So if you try doing this, I definitely encourage you to spray paint them before you cut them. Now that they are dry, I have this round mirror that I got from Dollar Tree long time ago. And I will add some hot glue to the end of each loop and glue it on the frame of this mirror. And when I finish the first round, I will go ahead and make another line, but this time I am gluing each loop in between 2 loops from the first line, and I will continue doing that until I finish the second line as well. Feel free to add 3rd line or 4th line depending on how big you want this mirror to be. I absolutely love how pretty mine turned out. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Last project, I think you are going to love it. It's this orange juice bottle that I will paint it in the same white chalk paint, and I will give it 2 coats. And when it's dry, I am gonna use some dry brush method to give it the aged look. Then I will insert some floral picks that I have around the house. I'm just gonna bend the stems like this to make it fit perfectly in the bottle. Then I decided to wrap some twine around the neck of this bottle like this. And done. I think it turned out really chic and pretty. I am so loving these trash to treasure projects. It's making me think outside of the box and get extra creative and come up with some beautiful home decor ideas. If you want to see how I made this farmhouse shabby chic look ladder, keep on watching. I have this wine rack that I got from Goodwill a while ago. I thought to give it some makeover job and I had it sitting in my garage. It was $4, but I only paid $2 when everything in the store was 50% off. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear this wine rack apart. Now here I have all the parts and I'm gonna go ahead and sand them a little bit with this sandpaper. Then I'm gonna wipe all the dust and set them aside. After, I go ahead and paint everything with this Rust-Oleum white chalk that I got from Home Depot, and as you can see, I am painting lightly, trying not to cover completely the whole thing because I still want some of that brown color to show underneath the white. And when everything is dry, I'm gonna go ahead again and sand everything lightly to give it that distressing farmhouse look. Do you see here how the edges are coming out? I really love this look. Now it's time to assemble my ladder. So what I'm gonna do first here is I am attaching each 2 parts together, and as you can see, they come in 2 different sizes. Half of them are lightly thinner than the other half. So I'm gonna go ahead, use some hot glue and attach first the thinner ones together like this, and then do the same thing on the other ones as well. Then I added some popsicle sticks at the back for extra security. And because this ladder is big and it's hard to show it on the camera, I decided to glue each part on its own. And when everything is dry, I attach the 2 parts together like this. I leave it here for some time until the glue is dry and it's settled. Then here's the finished look. I mean, it's not perfect, but I really love how it turned out. And with some decor items that I had around the house, I think this ladder came out absolutely beautiful. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? I am starting off using 3 of these instant coffee cans that I saved. I also have some leftover silk rope, these natural wood slices from Dollar Tree, some of this acrylic brown paint, and of course some hot glue. I will attach these cans on the top of each other with some hot glue. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna open the bottom of 2 of them with this can opener, and I will leave the one that will stay at the bottom. Now that I am done, I will go ahead and paint them with this acrylic brown, and I will do 3 coats using hair dryer in between to speed the drying process. It would be better to spray paint them, but I don't have any spray paint right now, so I just use what I have on hand. Once they are dry, I use some hot glue and add to the rim of the first can like this. Then I attach the second can carefully, making sure it's attached evenly. Then I add some more of the hot glue to the outside to reinforce it. I repeat the same thing with the third can as well. After that, I take some of this rope and glue it around where the 2 cans are connected like this, and I do 2 rounds. Then I repeat same thing on the other part and on the top and on the bottom part as well. I also wanted to mention that this video is also a part of the Trash to Treasure collaboration challenge that was hosted by Casey at Coffee with My Sunshine and her co-host Jessica at Measure and Mix. I will link both their channels along with the playlist in the description box below, so be sure to check them all out for lots of inspiration. And once I finish that, I use some more of the same rope and glue it in between. So I do 1 round in the middle here, then 1 in the middle of 1/2, and then 1 in the middle of each quarter, and so on. I just eyeball it. You can measure it if you prefer, but I really like the uneven look of it. Once the bottom part is done, I go ahead and repeat the same method on the top part. And as you can see here, I left the middle part empty, and I tried to secure all the ends in the same side so it won't be shown. Now it's time to add these wood slices here in the middle, like how it looks on the picture that I liked on Pinterest. So I'm gonna go ahead and arrange them on the middle part using some hot glue, and I will play with it until I like it. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough of these wood slices to go all the way around, so I'm just gonna try to add them on the front part where it shows the most, and later on when I go to the Dollar Tree, I can pick up more to finish the back. So here is how it looks so far. Now I take some more of the brown paint and brush lightly over the rope lines like this, and on the wood slices as well, to give it that rustic look. Here's the finished look. I think it turned out so beautiful. Second DIY are super cute and super easy to make. I have these tiny jars that they came in a pack of 8 creme brulee from Costco. It's delicious and I love the glass jars, so I decided to keep them. I also have some sand from Dollar Tree, some crushed glasses from Dollar Tree as well, some white ribbon, some of this rhinestone mesh, tea candles, and some glitter. So I have two options, and first one is so easy. I just add some of these crushed glasses in the jars, then I add the tea light in the middle, then I add some ribbon around the lip, making sure to secure it with some hot glue. Lastly, I embellish it with this rhinestone gem here in the middle. And second option, I brush some Mod Podge on the jar like this. Then I sprinkle some glitter on the top of the Mod Podge. And once that dry, I add some of the same ribbon and same rhinestone. Then I add some sand inside the jar, and lastly I add the tea candle, and here we go. So simple yet so cute. I absolutely love them. Last DIY are these shabby chic painted cans. I have 3 of these wafer rolls cans that I saved, and as you can see I already painted part of these 2 so to use them in the past project. Now for today's project I will just paint each of them in different color. So I start with this acrylic pink from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna do 2 coats using hairdryer in between to speed the drying process. And for the second one, I use this acrylic white from Dollar Tree and a little bit of this acrylic yellow from Michael's. And here comes the power of paint. So again, I give it 2 coats. Last can, I use same acrylic white with a little bit of this acrylic green from Michael's, and also I give it 2 coats. Once they are dry, I take some of this brown paint and use the dry brush method on all 3 cans to give them that shabby chic look. And then I cut some of this same rope that I used on the first project, and I separate the strings like this. Then I wrap each one around the can with a use of some hot glue. Once I wrap 3 lines, I take another string and try to make a flower or just circle it around like this and secure it with some hot glue. Lastly, I add one of these rhinestone gems in the middle here. Then I go ahead and do the same thing on the other two cans. Final step, I will just stick these hydrangeas in each can. And I am so in love with how gorgeous they came out. These would also be perfect for wedding or bridal and baby showers. I mean, they are beautiful to use for anything you like. Started. Here are the finds that I picked up a couple months ago. I love going to my local Goodwill only when it's half off day, so I score all these finds and few more pieces for super cheap. I am starting with this wooden box that was $4, but I only paid $2. I already cleaned it. I really love the size and the quality of it, so I thought to give it a new look. So I am gonna go ahead and paint the whole thing with this chalked linen white. I'm not so crazy about these hearts at each end, but now that Valentine is coming sooner, I thought it would look fine. And once it's dry, I use some of these acrylic brown and gray paint, and with same brush I'm just gonna take some gray paint and dry brush it on the paper towel like you see me doing. Then I brush lightly all over the box. Then I do the same thing using the brown paint as well. I also dry brush the edges with the brown paint. Now that the box is dry, it's ready to be decorated. I love how it came out. Now I will be able to decorate it for different seasons. So today I am just gonna play with it and use what I have on hand, and maybe later I will change it to something else. Next find is this candle holder that was $2, but I only paid $1. This was really easy. I didn't do so much. I just cleaned it and removed all the wax that was sticking all around it. And then I decided to spray paint the upper part with this metallic gold paint and paint the lower part with acrylic black paint. And here's how it looks after I spray painted. Now I am gonna go ahead and paint the rest with black paint, then allow it to dry. And that's it, guys. This is the new look. I really love how it came out. Next one is this really great find that was $1, but I only paid 50 cents. I really love the shape of the sign and I thought to flip it to a Valentine sign. So after I cleaned it and removed the hanger, I will go ahead and paint it with this chalked linen white. And once the sign is dry, I go ahead and do same technique that I did on the box. Dry brush over it with some gray and brown paint. And on this sign, I decided to dry brush some pink paint as well. And while I let it dry, I take 4 of these wooden hearts that I got from Dollar Tree in a pack of 8 and use some of the gift wrapping paper that I had around the house. I am just gonna cut small pieces from each style. Then I go ahead and trace the hearts on each paper and cut them out. Then I glue the paper on the heart like this. And on last one, I will just paint it in this pink color. Then I allow everything to dry completely. Now that everything is dry, I go ahead and carefully sand the edges of these hearts to get rid of any excess paper. And by sanding the edges, I get this nice finished look that I really love. Also, I am using a couple of these felt stickers from Dollar Tree. So to arrange everything, I am just gonna play with it until I like how it looks. Then I will go ahead and glue them down. I also decided to add some pearl stickers around the hearts. Lastly, I used some jute twine to make a hanger and to make a tiny bow to add to this heart. Then for the hanger, I decided to add few beads on each side like you see me doing. And here is the finished look. I absolutely love how cute this turned out, and I think this will look perfect for Valentine's or in a nursery room. So for this project here, what I used, I picked up this cute candle holder at Goodwill and I only paid half of the price. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna ask my husband to cut these wire stems for me. Also, I picked up this wall frame art and I really love the details on this frame. I thought it was super unique and so beautiful. Also, I picked up this pack of 4 terracotta planters. So now I am just gonna go ahead and paint this top area with some white chalk paint. And then I come back with another brush and some black paint and then brush on the sides to refresh the color. And while the paint is dry, my husband already cut these stems for me and here I have them separately. Now I am gonna place them on the frame to see how I am gonna arrange them. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue them down. Next, I am taking 3 of these terracotta planters and I am gonna add a piece of floral foam inside each of them. Then I am gonna add some succulents that I had on hand and some green moss. Then I put them inside these candle holders. Lastly, I decided to add some Dollar Tree ribbon, so I just made a simple bow and hot glued right here to cover the ends of these wire stems. And there, this project is done. It came out absolutely gorgeous. moving to the next project is super simple. I picked up this cute little stand sign from Goodwill and I only paid $1 for it. So I didn't change much here because I really loved it as is. So I thought to paint the middle in white chalk paint. Then I decided to paint this part black, so I took some painter tape and I covered the black and white print because I am keeping this print as is. Then I paint this area with some acrylic black paint. Also, I painted the rest of the black areas just to refresh the color a bit. And while I let that dry, I went ahead and printed this Wi-Fi sweet Wi-Fi sign. Then I used some school glue and I just add some on this white area here. Then I stick this sign on top and I smooth it with my fingers to get rid of any bubbles. And once that was dry, I used this little chalkboard sign that I saved from another project and I hot glue it right here. And that's it for this one. I only need to write our home Wi-Fi on here to keep it in our guest room or to keep it in my hair studio. Next project is also simple and super pretty. So here I picked up this light fixture from Goodwill and I thought it would be perfect to flip it to a lantern and use it around my home. So at first I am just gonna remove all the hardware from inside and get rid of them. Then I will unscrew these to take the glasses out and to be able to spray paint the whole thing. And once I finish that, I go ahead and clean everything. Then I keep all the glasses safe on the side and I take all these parts outside and spray paint them with this Rust-Oleum gold paint. And once everything was dry, I started assembling everything back together. Lastly, I decided to add one of these coasters that I had around my home inside the lantern, and then I add my pillar candle with some greenery inside as well. I really love how simple yet elegant this lantern came out, and I hope that you like it too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these projects and I hope you found some of these ideas helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment below which one was your favorite project in today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I upload my next one. And until then, be well and have fun. So here are my thrifty finds that I recently picked up from my local Goodwill store. And the first thing I found was this tray with photo frame style inside, and I thought it was so cute for only $5, but with 50% off I paid only $2.50. And since this was only $2.50, I was so excited to find this light fixture that was only $4, and also with my 50% off I paid only $2. And this light fixture was broken from the inside, but it was super sturdy and I loved the shape, and also it reminded me of the one that Nikki from At Home with Nikki found long time ago. So I thought it would be perfect to use it as a lantern and to use it around my home. So here is how I used everything and spruced them out. I started with this tray, and after I cleaned it, I removed this photo frame here and I replaced it with this paper placemat that I had long time ago from HomeSense, and I thought it looked just perfect for fall. And this light fixture here, I just removed the hardware and got rid of it. Then I cleaned it up, then put this battery operated candle under it, and here how it looked on my tray. I'm so happy how both of my finds came out. It worked great on my island table and I absolutely love it. So excited to share with you guys how I flipped these thrifted finds to this gorgeous mirror. I love shopping at our local Goodwill only when it's half off day, so I scored everything for super cheap. And as you can see, this basket was $5, but I only paid half price. I really loved this basket and the style around it, so I thought to take it apart and make a wall art. And then I found this plate art. I really loved the rounded wood frame around it, so I thought to make a mirror. I didn't find any mirror size at Goodwill, but I thought to use one of the Dollar Tree mirror, the large size, and I am only gonna use the mirror. It is smaller than the frame, but that's okay. I will find a way to fit it in. So at first I went ahead and removed the handle of the basket. Then I removed all these arches around the basket. It took me some time to do that. And once I finished doing that, I went ahead and cleaned them all. After that, I cut a round piece of cardboard. I just traced around the Dollar Tree mirror. I needed it to be smaller than the frame that will go on top. And once I had that ready, I started placing these arches around it. I played with it until I figured the best way to attach them around the cardboard. And as you can see, I used a lot of hot glue to keep them in place. And it took longer to finish that because I had to be patient, hold each piece until it sticks down. And once I finished the first round, I started with the second one. Again, I had to be super patient. I trimmed the ends a little bit, then I hot glued them under the ones on the first round. And once I finished the second round, here how it looked. Then I put it on the side and I started working on the mirror. So to fit the mirror inside, I took the original plate and traced around it on the cardboard. Then I cut it out. Then I hot glued it inside the wood frame. Then I placed the mirror on the top of it. And then to cover the empty space in between the mirror and the frame, I decided to add some of this rope around it. So I went ahead and hot glued the mirror first. then hot glue the rope around like you see me doing. Now it's time to hot glue the mirror frame on top right here. Then I decided to add few more sticks in between these arches to give it more character. Lastly, I decided to use some brown paint to cover some of the blue that was showing, and then I painted these ends that were showing from inside right here. Also, I dry brushed some brown paint on the frame as well to give it that matching look. For the second project, I flipped these Goodwill finds to this super cute framed planter. Again, everything I got was half off. This canvas I only paid $1. And these cute bottles, I had no idea what they were for or what they call them. I just loved the shape and the fact that they were clear glass. So at first, I removed all the staples from the back of the canvas. Then I used some acrylic brown paint and I mixed it with some cashmere paint to paint the whole frame. And once the frame was dry, I made 3 holes inside like this. Then I screwed these in there so I can hang my planters on. Then I cut some jute twine and I hot glue it around the neck of the bottles. And once I finished all 3, I hung them inside the frame. Then I added some greenery. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these projects and I hope you found some of these ideas helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment below which one was your favorite project in today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I upload my next one. And until then, be well and have fun.